What it do, comic bros? This is Power Comics, and I'm your gracious host, Super Duper Sean. Today, if you ain't peeped the drip, you already know Superman trailer just dropped. The official trailer, not the teaser, not the sneak peek, but the meat and potatoes of the trailer. And man, has it not got the whole world buzzing. I have not seen this yet. Y'all already know Super Duper gotta share it with y'all. I wanna share it with y'all. So we gonna see what Superman talking about. We gonna see what's kicking off the DC universe and why is everybody so hype. James Machine Gun Funk on the ones and twos. I already feel like I've been talking too much. Let's get into it.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me. And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
You have a dog?
Okay, so that was the full trailer for James Gunn's Superman movie. And man, am I hype. Man, am I hype. This is about to be one of the greatest comic book movies ever. Book it. I can see it, y'all. Y'all know me. I can see the future. Superman ain't the only one with power. See, I know things. Some of the new additions in the trailer, we must say, Hawkgirl's costume looks amazing. And Metamorpho, that CGI is on freaking point, y'all. On point. Metamorpho will be a big part of this movie. If y'all don't know, they are running a Metamorpho miniseries along with this movie. So for Metamorpho to have his own comic and standing running right before this movie drops lets me know that he's gonna be a big part, a big factor in this movie. I believe Metamorpho will start off a bad guy. And then flip good. Definitely flip good. We are getting so many characters introduced in this Superman because James Gunn is on this 5-year plan to build the DCU. He don't got 10 years. They scrapped the last universe. People do not want to wait long. So we have to introduce as many characters as we can to build this universe so we can tell great stories in a timely manner. Did y'all not see Rick Flag Sr. in Superman? That's the Peacemaker link right there. There it is. We might see Superman and Peacemaker. I mean, Justice League did show up in season 1. But bow, we got Rick Flag Sr. appearing in the latest trailer. Also, I wonder, and I know this might be a little far-fetched, the guy in all black, I believe that to be the Midnighter. Did y'all not see the Midnighter? Now, the guy in all black walking, it feels like they're walking out of it looks like a courthouse kinda to me. Walking, Superman's in the middle. That guy in all black could be the Midnighter. So is the female that they're fighting when Lex infiltrates the Fortress of Solitude and he's fighting the robots and he's taking them out? Man, we know those robots are done for. They could twist and bend a few things, but that would make sense for her to stand by the Midnighter. And let's play devil's advocate and say that is the Midnighter. Does this mean we'll be getting a Superman in Authority? Could that be setting up that storyline by the great Grant Morrison? Superman and the Authority, a 4-issue miniseries. I know Superman and the Authority deals with a much older Superman, and yes, things change. Also, in this universe, Superman is a little bit older. His powers is beginning to fade. His health is beginning to fade. As he's reminiscing, he remembers a promise that he made to John F. Kennedy decades ago, and he feels in his heart of hearts that he never fulfilled it. To make a long story short, there's a special mission in the Phantom Zone where the people there need to be evacuated. Manchester Black, with his telekinetic powers, is the best fit for the mission, so Superman seeks him out by actually busing him on a separate mission. After that, after a brief discussion, Superman and Manchester Black decide to put a team together to make the world right one last time. Superman comes to the conclusion that the Justice League, as they did fight powerful foes, he felt like they never really accomplished the true goal. Which is kind of crazy to me because it's like, what can Manchester Black and the Authority do that the Justice League can't? But that is a total different story for another day. So Superman and Manchester Black start putting the team together and start to scout out people. So who do they get? They get the Midnighter. They get the Engineer. Do y'all see where I'm going with this, people? If that is the Midnighter, which I think it is, we already know the woman with the blades in her hand spinning around that's infiltrated the fortress is the Engineer. Superman and the Authority, baby. Introduced right here in the Superman movie. Will we get this Superman and Authority comic? It was also the last comic written by the great Grant Morrison. What way to send a legendary writer on his way than to take his stories to the big screen or to bring his stories to the DCU. Just a thought, people. Just a thought. I believe Superman and Authority is going to play a big role in the DCU, and I believe it will spin out starting with this Superman movie. Now that seems like a story that James Gunn could tell and put a twist on. You don't necessarily have to follow it page by page, but it's kind of interesting that these characters are being introduced in the movie, if that is the Midnighter. I could see it going in that direction of Superman and the Authority. Also, we got Superman fighting a big ass gold robot. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see Superman fighting a Big Hero 6? Did y'all see him? So no, Big Hero 24 karat. Nah, I'm just playing, but now I believe Superman fighting that gold robot could be a callback to the Mechanical Monster storyline in 1941. Also, that big gold robot, Superman battled something like that robot in the comics. Now I know the design is not the same, but it is definitely a callback to this battle. When you look at that, when you look at the scene of him fighting the robot, these panels damn near look identical. Love how Lois Lane is interviewing Clark Kent. She's showing off her journalist skills right here over a cup of coffee. It looks like they're nice, comfy, and cozy at her beautiful condo, living like the Daily Planet's top journalist should, asking Superman all kinds of questions. Gotta love the Lois Lane interview with Superman / Clark Kent. This is just paying homage, paying respects to the lore of Superman. All through Superman's timeline, this happens. I mean, we can go to the animated series, we can go to the TV shows, Lois and Clark, even the latest one on the CW. Take it back to the Superman movies. This always happens. We still are wondering, who is the big dinosaur that Superman is fighting? I believe Metamorpho could have possibly morphed into that dinosaur, y'all. I believe Metamorpho could have possibly morphed into that dinosaur and is battling Superman. That fits Metamorpho's build. That's his power. Molecules is unstable. He can shapeshift into anything he pleases. Also, another callback to the Justice League New 52 animated movie universe was when Lois Lane and Superman are sharing an emotional moment when the kisses are and they go up in the air and they start spinning. That, my friend, is from, I believe that is from Justice League, The Throne of Atlantis. And did y'all not see the street right there? It said Wade Street. If y'all don't know what the Wade Street is, Mark Wade, one of the greatest comic book writers ever, and he has been killing it on the Batman Superman comic. All 40 issues have been slamming. He has been writing a lot of stories on the Summer of Superman stuff as well. So that Wade Street on the sign was genius. DC, you know I caught it, you know I seen it. Shout out to Mark Wade for giving us some good DC comics. Another part of the trailer that was a callback is when Superman said, "I stopped the war, I ended the war." Did y'all know that Superman single-handedly ended World War II? Yes, in the 1940s, Siegel and Schuster published a comic for Look magazine where Superman ended wars. I think it was warlords Hitler and Stalin, dropping them off at the League of Nations to answer for their crimes. We got a nice look at Superman flying in this trailer. Was dope. The CGI was on point, because I remember earlier when this first came out of him flying, people were making fun of it. People were saying it looked cheap. It was bad. They obviously tightened it up. I mean, get off their backs. They was giving us something to get hype about, you know? We got a nice sneak peek. I believe that is the beginning of the movie. I believe it starts off with Superman in battle, getting knocked to the freaking ice age. Knocked into the snow, being dragged to his fortress, and the movie kicks off from there. But we've got 2 trailers. We've got a teaser, 2 trailers, a sneak peek, and a full trailer. Yes, some of that footage was reused, but we did get a lot of new footage in this trailer. I mean, the scene where the giant robot is using, it looks like Cyclops. It looks like an optic blast to tear down the building. Man, so hype, so hype. Say y'all, who is this woman infiltrating the Fortress of Solitude with Lex? Lex came in there looking like Captain Cole, y'all. I swear, when Lex came into the Fortress of Solitude, he came in there looking like Captain Cole, man. Come on, man. So the woman infiltrating the Fortress of Solitude is Angela Spiker. She is known as the Engineer, and she's more of a Wildstorm comic, y'all. And she appeared in Stormwatch. And who was Wildstorm and the Stormwatch a part of? In the same universe as the Authority, you guys. We will get a Superman and the Authority. Maybe we might get a little, we might get a sneak peek of the Superman and the Authority in this movie. Just a little side story or something. This has to be the Engineer, Angela Spiker. I also have a brief article on the Engineer that I want to share with y'all. The first thing fans need to understand is that this is referring to the second Engineer. The first Engineer was an unknown man with a brilliant mind who created advanced nanotechnology to aid him in battle. He was later killed by a missile during an attack from Stormwatch, a team that served as a sort of a precursor to the Authority. What no one realized was that the Engineer had already planned for his death, and he chose his successor. Now, his successor is the woman we see in the trailer morphing her hands, you guys. Angela Spiker. Yes, we are getting that is Midnight. That is the Midnighter. That is him. However, she had no idea her gifts had been recognized by the first Engineer. Fortunately for everyone else, the new Engineer will put his trust in her predecessor considerable resources. So the first Engineer basically left everything to Angie, all his research, everything. She kind of took it, cultivated it, made it her own, improved it, developing a new type of nanite serum, injected in her body, and bam, she got the hands of Carnage, morphing everything. You know what I'm saying, man. Y'all know what I mean. Yo, this trailer is bonkers, man. This trailer is bonkers. I might do a breakdown on it if y'all want to see. This is everything. This is just off the head. I loved it. I'm your boy, Super Duper Deuces.